sisters, today I'm going to talk to you about what I eat in a day with PCOS. These are some of my favorite recipes and I've also included them in the sisterhood, our PCOS community, which I've linked in the description as well. Stay tuned until the end when I'll share my recipe for PCOS friendly Sunday morning waffles. They are 𝗖𝗟𝗏𝗖𝗞 favorite. When it comes to eating healthy for PCOS, I am laser focused on blood sugar control and reducing inflammation. This is the root of the metabolic dysfunction that comes with having PCOS. So everything I do is about preventing that from flaring up. For me, that means 3 things. 1, eating gluten and dairy-free and low sugar. 2, I don't skip my meals or cut calories. I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner and a snack in between. 3, I typically do a 12-hour fast after dinner in order to keep my insulin levels nice and low throughout the night and until breakfast the next day. So with that being said, I'll show you what I like to eat on a typical day. I start my day off with a high-protein smoothie to keep my blood sugar stable.
You called?
Yes.
Well, here you go.
For me, breakfast needs to be quick, easy, and fast during the week, so a smoothie is the best option. My smoothies are not packed with fruit though. I only add half a banana. The rest is all about protein, fiber, and fat, which is great for blood sugar control. So I'll add my hemp-based protein powder, which is dairy-free. I'm actually running out. Protein powder that has dairy, like whey protein, can really spike your insulin levels. So I love Philosophy protein powder, especially because it tastes chocolatey, but doesn't have artificial sweeteners in it. Those artificial sweeteners can really spike insulin levels as well. So you've got to be careful with the artificial sweeteners and the dairy. I've linked the Philosophy protein in the description for you to check out. In my smoothie, I also like to add fiber to help with blood sugar control. So for me, that would be spinach and chia seeds. Another great blood sugar stabilizer is almond butter, since it's full of healthy fats. I'll add in my dairy-free milk as well. I'm using coconut milk today, and then I'll blend it up. This smoothie will keep me pretty satisfied until it's lunchtime. After breakfast, I'll pour myself a big jar of spearmint tea. Studies show that drinking 3 cups of spearmint tea each day can significantly reduce testosterone levels. So I make myself 3 cups and pour it into 1 big mason jar and try to finish it by the end of the day. So for lunch,
Since you asked so nicely, here you go.
lately I've been really into having meatless lunches that are higher in fat. For example, these are orange chickpeas, a twist on orange chicken. I made it last night with a side of green beans and avocado, so I'm having leftovers. My carb and protein is coming from the chickpeas, and my healthy fat is coming from the avocado. I'm also getting lots of fiber from the green beans, which will help with keeping my blood sugar stable. These orange chickpeas are so delicious, and the recipe is of course in the Sisterhood, our membership site where we help you follow my gluten and dairy-free PCOS-friendly lifestyle. As a snack, I typically have a handful of nuts and a piece of fruit. For example, I might have the other half of my banana. Lately, I've been loving unsweetened cranberries. They're chewy, they're tart, and they go really well with nuts. But they don't have all that sugar that candied dried cranberries have, so I definitely get unsweetened. It tastes like a healthier version of candy in my opinion. All right, now it's time for dinner.
Well, here you go.
Why, thank you.
A beautiful dinner.
Oh, yes. For dinner, I like to keep it a little lower in carbs. That's because I'm more insulin sensitive and able to metabolize carbs better during the day when I'm moving around and more active. But at night, I have a little less carbs than I would for lunch since I'm done with most of my physical activity for the day and I'm just ready to plop on the couch. So today I'll be having this deconstructed burger. I've basically made a salad out of burger ingredients. I've got my lettuce, onions, and tomato, and I've topped it with a homemade burger patty that I've actually batch cooked in advance so I could grab it from the freezer for a quick weeknight dinner. A little drizzle of Thousand Island dressing and a sprinkle of some gluten-free breadcrumbs makes this salad perfection. The breadcrumbs add a nice crunch, and so do pumpkin seeds, which are full of zinc and magnesium. So I'll make sure to add that into my meals at least once a day as well. All right, now I'm gonna show you my favorite gluten and dairy-free breakfast. When it comes to breakfast, on the weekends, I feel like I have way more time to make something fun. My favorite is high-protein waffles, and this is super simple. It's a really easy recipe. I've got 1.5 cups Bob's Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour that I mix with 1/2 cup of my Philosophy Cocoa Magic chocolatey protein powder. I add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and I whisk it all together so it mixes nicely. Then I add 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons olive oil, and 2 cups of coconut milk. I whisk it all together again and add some unsweetened cocoa nibs for an extra chocolatey crunch at the end. Then I pour some into the waffle machine and let it do its magic. I like to top this with a drizzle of almond butter and a bunch of unsweetened shredded coconut and cocoa nibs as well. And this is how I make my PCOS friendly, low sugar, high protein, gluten and dairy free, delicious chocolatey waffles. Woo! So sisters, this is basically what I eat in a day. Delicious, right? For me, eating gluten and dairy-free has to be tasty and enjoyable, not just restrictive. This is a lifestyle change that I've done for myself for PCOS, and I want to stick with it forever and be content with it. So it has to taste good. Also, I make these foods for me and 𝗖𝗟𝗏 to enjoy together, so I want him to be able to like the taste of it as well. He can definitely modify his own dish by adding chunks of cheese to his burger salad or even actually having an actual burger instead of the salad. And you could also add dairy-free cheese to your salad if you wanted to. That's one way to help you transition into the dairy-free diet. I don't personally always have dairy-free alternatives because I'm not always a fan of the ingredients in them. But again, it's a great way to help you transition into the dairy-free lifestyle. Keep in mind that it's important for you to eat as much as you feel is right for your body, so that might not be exactly the same as what I'm eating here. So sisters, this is what I eat in a day. I'd love to know what your favorite fun weekend breakfast is. Comment below and let me know. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and take the quiz in the description to see what type of PCOS you might have. I really appreciate every like, comment, and share.
This is why I married you.